What is up, guys? Good morning, Crypto FUD, and let's get into this, guys. I wanted to jump in early. Markets are looking like they're not doing too well as of right now. We'll get right into that, guys. Welcome. I'm literally straight from the gym. I had to put a hat on. I'm still slightly sweaty. I didn't wear the sweatshirt there, obviously. Jay, what's going on? Jake's in the house. What's going on, brothers? What is going on, guys? I'll give everybody a few minutes to jump in. Jay said he wants Bitcoin to hit the 80s and then come right back up. If only it would be that easy, right, bro? If only it would be that easy. We're going to go over some support levels and whatever. Pretty much, I don't know. We're going to find out, maybe speculate on what's going on with the market. But, yeah, we'll get right into it. Old, what's going on, brother? It's all right, bro. I figured a lot of people are going to be working, these next day or two as far as, in between New Year's. So no worries. Well, let's just get right into this. Carlos, what's going on, brother? Make sure you guys slap that like. Let's get some people in here today. So right now, Bitcoin has broke a pivotal spot for some support. Right now, we are sitting at around 91,600. We did see a little dip down towards 91.3. The spot that I was talking about, we discussed it in the Discord briefly just now, was this 91.9 area, somewhere a little bit around that area. You can see we pretty much, as we were on our way up to make all-time highs, this was a big spot for some resistance, right? Around 91.9, about 91.9, a little bit and some change. But you can see as we broke above and we came back, we retested this area a few times. Even when we saw a big dip, we came down, maybe not dropping exactly on that area, but coming close to that area. So definitely a big spot for some support. And you can see as of now, we are looking at the daily. I'll zoom in a little bit. We did break that support level. As of now, like I said, we're around 91,500. We've been kind of chopping up and down as we speak. Looking at the 30-minute, let's just see here if we see any kind of a bounce whatsoever, or if we just completely broke. Yeah, so looking at the 15-minute, you guys can see as we were on our way down, look where we bounced, exactly on that 91,900, right? And you can see that bounce couldn't hold. Right when we dropped, you can see just a continuation of a move towards the downside, right? So, what's going on? Where's the next support level? Should we be worried, right? Well, I'm going to cover a couple of things and explain to you guys why I'm technically not necessarily worried as of now. What I will say, first things first, is remember, guys, we are technically, I told you guys this, right? Volume was going to be low for the markets, right? And most likely the sellers were going to have control. Why? Well, it's a holiday week, right? Last week, this week, we're still technically in a holiday week. A lot of people are on vacation still. A lot of people are not trading. The people that are most likely selling off due to the New Year's, right? And you're like, why are they selling off for the New Year's? Well, what I'm thinking, if we get the numbers in probably by tonight, tomorrow, the outflows for the ETFs are probably outrageous right now. And that's because the stock market, they tend to do tax harvesting, right? Where they're going to sell off, right at the beginning of the year. And a lot of times they tend to usually buy back in, right? Sometimes they do have to have that wash sale, where they have to wait 30 days to jump into the same asset, or they will get, I think, double taxed, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know the whole tax laws. Crypto, we don't really have to deal with that stuff, right? For the most part. But someone on the IRS is watching right now like, yeah, you do. But anyways, that's what I'm thinking is we're probably seeing some massive sell-offs still due to these ETFs on top of the end of the year. There's a lot of different things going on. And on top of that, you have a lot of retail that FOMO'd in. Like I told you guys, they FOMO'd in if we were going to break certain levels. This was back 2 weeks ago when I mentioned this, when I was indicating this bear flag that we had. I was like, listen, we get to certain levels if we do break this bear flag, and the FOMO coming in is going to be the same way, just reverse FOMO coming out, because retail investors, new investors, they're not used to these kind of dips, right? They're looking at it as, oh crap, Bitcoin, we're crashing, right? So they're selling off at losses. They're probably going to be walking away for right now until the markets start picking back up in the next few weeks when we get past New Year's, and then they'll do the process all over again. And then in 6 months from now, they're going to say crypto's a scam because they kept buying in at the worst times and panic selling, right? So we all have a few of those people in our lives. I have a couple, family members and friends. Maybe one of them's watching right now, like, don't call me out, bro. But the one thing I told them yesterday, talking to you, was yesterday I said, listen, things might get a little rough. We might get a little, a little turbulent. What we've seen right now is probably nothing compared to what could happen in crypto, right? If you've been around, you understand what could happen with crypto. And I told him, I said, listen, because he's fairly new with trading, right? And I told him, listen, just the one thing I would say, and obviously I tell him, not financial advice, is just make sure you don't panic sell, right? Don't panic sell. It seems like he's in for the long term. I was like, so just, dollar cost average in on the dips, not financial advice. Don't panic sell, and you should be all right. I told him, as long as you're using the rule of thumb, right, where you're using money that's going to be sitting in your bank account that you don't need anytime soon, you should be fine. Even if you have to wait 6 months, even a year down the road, if you don't panic sell, you'll probably come out in the green 90% of the time, right? So I'm not saying that that's how long anyone's going to have to wait. I want to mentally prepare him, right? Because this is what I had to go through when I first jumped in the market in 2020, was buying in, and we were seeing dips. And if you guys remember 2021, the beginning of the year, we had a nice little move towards the upside, and then the markets completely crashed mid-year down to about $29,000. You want to talk about panic? Imagine if Bitcoin right now, we'll take the 108, right? 108,000. Imagine if Bitcoin dropped down to $60,000, $70,000 right now, right? And stayed there for the next 8 weeks. You want to talk about panic in the market? That's pretty much the equivalency of what we saw in 2021. And I've gone through the story plenty of times, so I won't bore you, because I know Ricky's going to be like, bro, why are you giving out such long stories, man? Sometimes it's story time, but it's not today. But the point what I'm getting to, guys, is I'm not particularly worried as of now. We're still, like I said, we're still in some solid spots. We did break a pivotal spot that I thought was going to be a spot that we really, really wanted to hold, right? But every spot that we come across is going to be, all right, we need to hold this area, right? Oh, no, all right, we broke that one. We need to hold this area, right? I do think we are still going to see a solid bounce. I really do. I do think we're going to see a solid bounce. And I pre-warned everybody. I don't mean to keep saying this, but I swear I pre-warned you guys. We went through all this 2-3 weeks ago. Like I keep saying, when I called out this bear flag, I said, guys, listen, if this bear flag plays out, we're going to probably see a dip, right? And that's exactly what we're seeing right here. So this was my bear flag chart right here. And you can see that obviously we, it played out pretty much like I suspected. And I will tell you this, even though I was out here screaming bear flag and all this other crap, I technically, right when we started dropping, I started buying back in when we were in this area, not for Bitcoin, but for Memecoin'S, right? And other stuff that I'll talk about. So I'm technically, I'm in the red on some of these projects, if not all of them right now, right? So, I bought back in because I'm telling you guys, I anticipate that we're going to see at least one more big run. If it's not in 2 months from now, I'll be fine. Like, as far as my patience, right? I'll wait it out and let it be. That's one thing that I felt like I've learned to have more patience is dealing in crypto. Before, I'm a very impatient person, right? I think a lot of us are, right? We want stuff now. I don't want to wait, and stuff like that. And I still am pretty much like that to a certain extent. But with crypto, I have learned, because I don't like selling for a loss, I've learned to just freaking wait it out. But you get the pleasures of doing that if you're not using money that's going to stress you out, right? If you're using money that you need to pay, the mortgage or something like that, you don't have time on your hands, right? And that's not a good move. I am drinking water, guys. It is only 10 o'clock where I'm at, and I just got back from the gym. So let's jump in the chat. Let's see how everybody's doing right now. We're gonna be jumping into some stuff, some articles and stuff. I hope you guys are having a great day. Good morning. I'm right here with you guys. Right? I feel like if we do it together, we'll be fine. I really do. Old said he had to go. He has to watch later. No worries, bro. No worries. Jake said, I have a limit order to buy Chainlink at 20. I don't know if that will be catching a falling knife or not. I mean, as long as you put in, like, it's just like dollar cost averaging in, right? No, not financial advice, but you put buy orders, right? So a small amount at 20, small amount at maybe 19 or whatever the case is. We can pull the chart up here in a second, and you can just put small increments in there. So as it's coming down, you're just buying small. It's doing it for you, right? Dollar cost averaging in. I don't particularly like doing that. I don't frown upon it, but I like to just go and grab, because I'm constantly looking at the charts all day, right? I have the luxuries of doing that where I'm just looking at the charts all freaking day. So it's like, as we're dipping, I'm like, all right, I already have my buy areas and buy zones set up pretty much. So Overcome said he's buying. Shazan's in the house. What's going on? What's going on, Overcome? Shazan said, please like and subscribe, share, and spread everywhere. I appreciate that right there. Please do. Overcome said, I see my spot bags as a sinking treasure chest. I'm okay with watching sink. No, bro. Just it temporarily, right? Temporary. Ricky said the FOMO is real. Yeah, the opposite way, right? Gino, what's going on? Ricky said, trust me, if I'm very fortunate to have had the opportunity to buy low, but I definitely have plenty of red. Exactly. Exactly, bro. So it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. The dominance right now. Let's see here. And you know what? I'm going to put a disclaimer right now. Right now with the markets the way they are, I really don't care about dominance. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't care about Bitcoin dominance as of right now. As we start getting back up and confidence starts building back in the market, we'll start really now I'm focused on dominance. Right now, I could give a crap if dominance is at 60%, 57.9, wherever it's at right now. I do not care. I do not care. Because right now, dominance is just going to do its own little thing, probably chop sideways, because the markets right now, it's not just Bitcoin selling off. The whole market's red, right? So whether dominance is up or down, it really doesn't matter. Now, if dominance starts spiking up to 70%, then you're going to see alts absolutely get decimated, right? But we're not really seeing that. We're seeing kind of just a chop to the sideways. If anything, we're seeing this resistance level at 57.95 holding as some solid resistance for right now. So not really going to focus much on dominance because, like I said, I really do not care. I do not care about dominance. Looking at the daily, shocker, right now, Binance, what the hell is that? I feel like I bought this on Solana. That's the only reason why I caught my eye. Looking at the bubbles for the daily right now, and shocker, we are completely in the red, right? There's a few little green bubbles in between. Looks like Athena is up slightly. Not Bitcoin, but Ethereum yesterday wasn't doing bad. Ethereum yesterday wasn't doing terrible. I mean, it's been really consolidating sideways. But as of yesterday, what is yesterday? Yesterday was the 29th. Let me see here. I guess it really wasn't doing much. It jumped up to about 34, but I guess it's been trading kind of in this range in the last week, right? But I mean, Ethereum's been holding. I will say, even with Bitcoin looking like it wants to freaking absolutely crater, Ethereum has literally been holding pretty well. Oops. I swear this isn't my first day, guys. I swear. So what are some next support levels for Bitcoin? Well, I'm sure there's going to be a few in between this area, but the next spot that I have as some support is going to be somewhere around that $89,000 area. And I know it's crazy to even say, right? 89K. It's freaking crazy to say. Trust me. It is, right? But folks, we might be seeing some $89,000 Bitcoin here soon, right? And the crazy thing is if you were to tell me 89K 2 months ago, I'd be like, hell yeah, $89,000. But since we've come up to that 108, 89,000 seems like 20K like a year ago, right? It just seems like it's dropped down to the abyss, right? So just trying to make light of, these bad days that we're having right now. But guys, I don't want to keep saying it over and over, but I still do believe this is just the end of the year, right? I can almost guarantee that majority of the sell-off and majority of the stuff is probably people just selling for the end of the year, right? Outflows flowing out, because the ETFs, stock market, this is what the stocks do. You can see today, this isn't just a crypto thing. The actual stock market is down a chunk right now. The S&P is down 1.65. We have the NASDAQ down 1.8 and the Dow Jones down 1.6, with the VIX volatility up 15%, and the Dixie, the DXY, the dollar, has been booming up to 108. Let's pull up the dollar real quick. The dollar has spiked. It really has. Let's pull up this yearly chart. The dollar has spiked in the last few months, right? We saw this low of around $100. This was back in September. And since then, this thing has freaking been on a run, which usually, what's crazy is that while the dollar has been spiking, all in all, crypto's been spiking, right? But, eventually it's going to catch up to where people are going to, they move out of riskier assets while the markets aren't doing good. Or, like I keep saying, at the end of the year, people are moving their assets out of riskier assets and possibly holding the dollar for right now, right? So this is just another indicator that usually you can watch. Dollar will go up, riskier assets will head down, usually, right? But in just a blink of an eye, everything can literally flip back over, and you can see the dollar starting to move down, and Bitcoin and the rest of the market kind of to follow behind. So the low so far right now for Bitcoin is about 91.3. I do anticipate. So what I'm probably going to do, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, if we come back, and I was going to do this, but I had to start the stream, is when we came down here, I was going to, at this spot for support, now most likely resistance at 91.9, I was going to open up a short for Bitcoin. Now, if we do come back up, I'm going to see what happens if we do come back up to bounce out that 91.9, depending on how fast and what it looks like. I might end up opening up a short on Bitcoin. I honestly don't think we're going to bounce back up to that level. I think we're going to continue down. It's one of those days, guys, where Bitcoin needs to find a spot for some solid support where the sellers are overwhelmed and the buyers are going to come through. Let's pull up some Memecoin'S and let's see what the hell is going on with the rest of the market. Shazan said, Crip, what's the Rufus, Chain, and Elon burn about, my bro? You tell me. That's the first time I've honestly heard it. We can look it up. Rufus, Chain, and Elon burn about? Are you talking about Dog Elon? All red, but Shiba in the grain for me. Ricky said Ethereum was forming a W. Maybe that's what you were looking at. Yesterday, bro, I was looking at Ethereum. I pulled it up briefly, and I was like, all right, 34 or something. I was like, it looks like Ethereum wants to move, right? This was yesterday. I mean, it's only down $100 from yesterday, down 1%. It's not like it's crashed or anything like that, but I mean, it just looked like it really wanted to move as of yesterday. Donald, what's going on? And Twix, what's going on, bro? Rufus blockchain, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't taken my eye off the charts lately, but I also haven't been watching anything that new that's going on or anything like that. And I don't Rufus. What is this Rufus blockchain? I honestly have never heard of it, brother. But we can definitely check it out. Let's pull up a couple of things here. First, Twix wants to pull up Nacho real quick. So let's look up Nacho real quick, because if we don't pull it up, he's going to keep asking, Nacho keys? Is this what you're talking about, bro? Oh, it's on Elon's. Is it on Elon's Twitter page? I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up here in a second, brother. Hold on. Twix, Nacho, what are we looking at here, bro? What blockchain or what ecosystem? Speak now, forever hold your peace. I've already ran out of water. Great. I'm going to be talking like this in 30 minutes. All right, we'll have to come back. You guys saw I tried to give him the time. Let's pull up some Twitter here. My boy said Elon. Oh, Caspra. Oh, that's right, bro. That's right. I am not going to lie with you, dude. I did forget to... what's that website again? So I'm going to pull it up right now and save it. So we're looking... Shazan saying something about Elon posted about Rufus blockchain. Elon, my boy, he's got to be the biggest troller in the world. I don't see it, dude. All right, cast.fye. Oh, there we go. All right, buddy. I just saved it into the bookmarks. This is the one thing I'm just baffled is why don't they have? I wonder why like Deck Screener doesn't have the CAS on there. You know, I'm sure there's a logical explanation, but it's like, why can't it be on there? Always go dark. It's coming soon. All right. All right. Now Shazan saying it's on the Dog Elon page. All right. Oh, you know what? They're probably coming out with their own little ecosystem. I told you they need to do something like that. They're probably watching the channel. So real quick for Nacho. So the market cap's at 21 million, volumes at around 400,000. So, I mean, not too bad. Total mint, 100%. So it means whatever is in circulation right now is completely out, which is dope. I was looking at... I'm new to this platform, so I'm just examining it for now. What's the price at? 4 zeros and 7. I mean, to be honest with you, bro, you know, I hate looking at the charts on these freaking like these little platforms or whatever, because it's like it's hard to kind of just read them. But you can see obviously there is a trend going towards the downside for the project. So I mean, all I can say about this, obviously not financial advice, would be the market cap doesn't look bad. I mean, it's a solid project. As far as being on exchanges, I'm looking to see like if there was anything like, you know, like big exchanges. I don't see any big exchanges on here. This exchange right here keeps hitting me up. They want me to they want to promote the channel. Bitconomy or whatever it is. They haven't hit me up in the last few weeks, but I feel bad. I'm like, bruh, I really don't want to get sponsored right now because then I owe them. And you guys got to hear commercials of me. Buy this. Hit the link down below and you'll get 10% off of your $1,000 purchase. Well, listen, we'll monitor this project. I'm happy that we got it saved on here, right? I mean, it looks like a pretty cool little dashboard as far as for the CASPA. So we'll definitely check it out. All I can say, bro, is if you're long-term with the project, I mean, right now, looking at this is the yearly chart, you're pretty much down from your year, right? From your yearly chart. So, I mean, right now, if you're long-term, not a bad time to be dollar cost averaging in for now, right? So, and you can see, obviously, this thing likes to go a nice little swing. So, I mean, maybe you're setting up for some kind of a move towards the up for a nice little swing. But lower highs being made, right? So you can see there's obviously a downward trend being made for this project. So if you're long term, like I said, bro, $21 million market cap is is small, very, very small. So might get a nice little opportunity for a move. Should I start up some leverage trading? Ricky, what do you think, bro? What do you think? Should we start jumping on some leverage trading for today, or should I just? I've been doing so good, not stressed out about leverage trading. I've been just like keeping away from it for the last like few weeks, because I was, if you guys remember on my like one of my last streams, I kept like opening up a short. I'm like, this, it looks like the everything on the charts. I'm like, it looks like we're going down, right? I open up a leverage trade short, and let's see here. It's running back up to 91.9. Let's see. I'm not going to open up a short, but let's see if it would have been a good move. I probably would open up one right here. Look, we're right past the support resistance level. We'll see. All right. But what I was saying is I've been opening up positions, right? But I've been going too crazy on my leverage. So I open up a position. I'm like, we're about to, it looks like we're going to continue to move down, or today looks like a red day, whatever the case is, or we just hit just like just now. We hit a level. We're probably going to bounce down, right? I open up a freaking like 80x leverage trade, and what it'll do is it'll spike up to right where I get liquidated, and then it dumps right after. And it's done it plenty of times. I'm like, bro, like I'm calling the moves perfect, but I'm just I'm either opening up the leverage too fast, right, and not letting it play out, or I'm opening up too big of leverage to where it's got too small of a fine range where it comes up one more little move towards the upside, I get liquidated, and then it just dumps to the abyss. So we'll see how it plays out. Let me pull up Shazan. I know he was asking me about Dog Elon. Let's pull that up. You wanted to look at the Twitter page. I've never looked at their page, bro. I'll be honest with you. Let's see here. So the great burn is coming, but this was on the 13th. This was over a freaking month ago, right? Prize money $100 Elon for winners. So it looks like they're implemented some kind of games as well, which is good. What is this? Oh, look, someone was at the club. Look. It's probably the devs. Anyone remember this from 2 years ago? A year is approaching, and we'll have plenty of reason to celebrate. So it looks like Elon will be the AI leader with this cycle with Dog Elon, this AI agent, and an AI-powered metaverse. This was from a few days ago. But your users will miss out because, what is this? Polonex will still hasn't recovered from the hack that took place over a year ago. I wonder if that has a big thing, a big reason why, Dog Elon hasn't really performed at all. Like, I mean, at all this cycle. All right. I mean, I guess we've had some spurts, right? The one that we're talking about right here is back in March, but it's been freaking a while. And since then it really hasn't seen much as far as price action. We saw this double top that we spoke about, and then obviously bouncing at a support level at around the 15 area right here, but seems to it cannot break above that 24 area, which is a resistance level. Looks like it's hit its head multiple times, even though breaking above could not hold it as support. So I always say a prayer, like I say, I always say a prayer for Dog Elon and everybody that's on there, because I know it is rough. We bounced at 92, so maybe that's a sign that I should not be opening up any leverage trading, guys. Look at this. Now, we don't know what's going to happen. This could be just a quick little fake out, and we continue to move towards the downside, but hey, pup. My dog just came in. I need to bring her on live. Little Jack Russell. Twix said it's like Bunk on Solana. Oh, yeah, you're talking about the other project. Millie, what's going on, brother? You already know what my suggestion is by now. Bunk. Let's pull up Bunk. Let's pull up Bunk, bro. What's going on in the Bunk world, man? What's going on in the Bunk world? Well, let's see. Bunk honestly is not like it's holding, right? You can see it's literally holding the 618. It hasn't even, I think we talked about this like a week ago. I'm kind of getting deja vu, where it hasn't even come down. It did break below briefly, maybe one or two times, but it hasn't even really found support at the 618 where it doesn't even need to. It looks like it's dropped down, and it's basically just trading to the side right now. And I will say, for a lot of meme coins right now, you would expect, you know, with the markets, you know, the last few weeks, the last maybe week and a half, 2 weeks, where the market, particularly Bitcoin, has been seeing somewhat of a sell-off, or we've been seeing red days, you know, or trading sideways. The fear and greed index, which I'm going to pull up here in a minute, hasn't, you know, we're back into neutral. You know, you would think that meme coins would have dropped, and they did. I will say they did drop because I started buying back in on meme coins. We saw like a 30% move towards the downside in the last like 4 weeks to 2 months. But since then, particularly in the last like few weeks, 2 weeks particularly, we haven't really seen much of a downward move. They've been really chopping to the side. And Bunk is a perfect example of what's going on. So, you know, I don't know if this is going to play out. I have this, you know, bull flag. Almost, it looks like it, you know, it's pretty much what it's played. Or not played, but it looks like what it's it has going right now, as far as, you know, a nice run up and then this descending channel. But you can see, as of late, we stopped coming towards the downside, and we've been consolidating to the side, pretty much where we're at right now. Now, the whole market has kind of been like that. Let me pull up Myro, right? Myro has been a project that I've been buying in on this big drop. Well, look what Myro's done. Same thing. It's been consolidating to the side since we've seen a big drop in meme coins. This basically happened on the 19th, which was technically about 11 days ago, right? That's pretty much when we saw the market, Bitcoin, start just breaking down from that bear flag. Memes took a big hit. They haven't really recovered since, but they haven't really dropped since as well, right? They've all been really kind of consolidating to the side right now. And what that usually tells you, because meme coins, believe it or not, they're going to kind of give you that almost like your own fear and greed index, right? When shit gets bad in the market, meme coins dump, and they just continue to dump because people are going to move the hell out of meme coins, because they are going to be your ultimate riskier asset that you're going to have as far as in your portfolio, right? We saw that, but we haven't seen anything as of late, right? And I don't want to, knock on wood here, I don't want to jinx or anything like that, but what I'm getting to is, you can tell that whoever, you know, we had the fear come into the market, we saw the sell-off, now we're kind of sitting here just consolidating sideways, waiting to see what is going to happen here right after New Year's. And that's pretty much what you can see in the meme coin charts as of now. They're pretty much, almost all of them are identical right now, where they have dropped down and they're just consolidating to the side. Let's pull up Pepe and see. Same thing. Look at this. It dropped, consolidating, right? What else do we have? We have Myro. I've already pulled up Bunk. Let's pull up Doge, the cream of the crop right now, Dogecoin. Look at that. Same exact thing, guys. Same exact thing, right? Drop down. You can see just this consolidation to the side for right now, which to me, I'm going to be honest with you. To me, I know it sounds crazy, but that is slightly bullish, given that you can see that a lot of these meme coins are still holding a lot of their gains from this big run up, right? You had a lot of retail, probably the people get scared, they sold off, but you still have a lot of gains being held. and we're basically just consolidating to the side for right now. That to me tells me that people are waiting to see what's going to happen right after New Year's, going into January. We've been talking about it for the last few weeks, especially since we've seen this downward move, right? Love him or hate him, we have a new, Trump coming into the office, very pro crypto. A lot of talk on day one, first week of a lot of big things happening towards crypto to keep up with his campaign promises. And I think a lot of this is going to move the markets. Is it going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news event? If that's the case, then we'll probably see right after New Year's where the markets will start rallying up until the inauguration, which would be, I was told, on the 20th, if I'm not mistaken, the 19th or the 20th. So that would give us a solid 2, maybe 3 weeks of maybe upward movement, right? So Punk said it will in 2025. It's coming. What's coming, Punk? I'm sorry, I'm like 20 minutes delayed here. What's coming in 2025 in your opinion? What is this? Okay. Oh, was talking about Dog Elon. Okay, nice. So you're saying that everything they have going on, like the burn and all that stuff's coming up in 2025. Good, bro. Like I said, I don't hold anything of Dog Elon. I briefly did trade Dog Elon back in 2021 when it, like, right before it really popped and made all-time highs. But I know people that still are holding from those days, and I'm just like, bro, I hope that thing runs for you guys, man, because I know it's been rough holding on to Dog Elon for, the last 3-4 years. So excuse me. Ricky said, can you look at, was that Parcel on Sol? Yeah, let's pull that up real quick, Ricky. Let me look at my watch list and see if there's anything going on right now. Is Molecule finally dropped down? You guys remember I pointed out Molecule. I freaking jumped in down here. Sold way too early, bro. I picked up a 3x and this thing went up another like 8x on freaking Molecule. So I'm keeping an eye on it. I'm not buying in right now because you can see obviously the trend is your friend, and you can see it is slowly but surely coming down. Oh crap, I forgot my daughter wanted me to wake her up at 10 o'clock. It's 11. She's on school vacation, and if you don't wake that girl up, she'll sleep till 1 o'clock. But you can see for Molecule, I am waiting. This is on Solana as well. I don't think it's, maybe, hopefully, if it does come down to this like 11.040 area or below, I'll probably buy back in. I'm going to be a little cautious just because we already saw 2 initial runs, right? We saw 2 initial runs, lower highs on all of them, right? So I'm going to be a little cautious. I am going to throw some money at it when we get down to this buy area, if we do drop down to there, but I'm not going to go crazy with anticipation that if we do see some kind of a run up, it's probably going to be a lot lower than this last run. So Parcel. This token is minimal. Remember when we had that for NFK? I was like, dude, I had to email them back and forth. I'm like, bro, it is not minimal. Run the audit again. And then finally they took it off after like 2 months of it sitting there. Ricky, is this the project you're talking about? Just want to make sure. Parcel is a decentralized perpetual exchange focused on real world estate prices. Parcel primary intention is to create a liquid market around the largest asset class in the world by leveraging world-class real estate data. Oh, it's nice. So it has its own DEX. Let's check it out. Okay. Launch app. It's asking me to, I don't know if you guys see that. Okay, you do. It's asking me to connect my wallet. I don't want to connect my wallet right now. Let's stay away from that for right now. I just want to see what they're doing here. You know, if they talk about perpetuals, I'm like, all right. What is this? Pittsburgh? Is this, what is this? What are we trading here? Why are there cities on here? What am I missing? Looks like real estate. Oh, crap. That's crazy. So you can trade on real estate? Huh. I mean, it's kind of dope. But I don't know. What blows my mind is like, so what do you kind of bet? It's almost like you're betting. Oh, it's almost like you're betting on like a certain real estate market if they're going to do good or bad, right? And then also, is this leverage trading, or let me see. Let's just click into something real quick. Let's just click into San Francisco. Connect wallet. Oh yeah, you're longing and shorting the market. That's pretty dope, actually. That's kind of dope. Damn it, Ricky, why'd you show me this? Damn it, Ricky. I had me freaking leverage trading on freaking Boston or somebody's real estate now. Great. That's pretty dope, though. I like it. If you guys are looking, obviously, to get into this, obviously, I'm not giving you guys financial advice or anything like that, but you're going to have to go through the DEX, right? You can go through the DEX and you can go into their actual official website, and then it'll lead you into their app. Let me exit that real quick. I do like, I mean, I'm always looking to leverage trade stuff, right? You know, especially if like you're real big in the economy and stuff like that. So, I mean, stuff like this is interesting, right? Especially with me, I'm in the market right now buying a house and stuff. So I've been like just always keeping an eye on the market, especially in my area, like in Florida. Do they have, look at this, Tampa. I don't live in the city of Tampa, but I do live in Tampa, in the Tampa area. It says Tampa is not tradable yet. Ever since the hurricanes, people are getting the hell out of Tampa. Like people that aren't from Tampa. Amor, what's going on, brother? What is going on? Well, I do like that website. I'm actually going to save that website. Or I'm sorry, their app. So it's pretty cool. So you can connect your Solana wallet, I believe, right? Yeah, Phantom. So you can connect your Solana wallet, right? And you also have Solflare and Ledger. So it looks like obviously it's through a Solana base. You can connect your wallet, like I said 5 times already. You know, and you can kind of leverage trade real estate in what market. I think that's pretty cool if you're familiar with all that. So, but as far as the project itself, its native token, you can see obviously it did break below the 618 for right now, but it looks like it's at a spot that I will say that it's bounced multiple times as some kind of support. Let's see here. Somewhere around this area that I just marked the 32 cent mark, 33 cent mark. Looks like it's a big spot. I mean, look right here. It's bounced before it broke down. Bounce. No diddy on that one, right? So, I mean, I would say, Ricky, if you're long-term on this project, they could have a good thing going here, bro. They could have a good thing here. And what I will say about this token is minimal stuff. It's kind of stinks whenever they put this on these projects because it kind of will scare people away. I think when you see a new project that pops open, right, like a meme coin, that's like a day old, you don't know the devs, and it says that the token's minimal, be cautious, right? But when you're talking about a leverage trading platform that's, that has decent liquidity and a solid market cap, I wouldn't be too worried about the minimal, because if you guys understand that there's a lot of projects, believe it or not, that are minimal, right? Solana being one of them. Solana's a minimal coin, meaning that any given point they can add to the circulating supply, right? Are they going to do that? A lot? Probably not. And if you go through Solana's white pages and you read through what they have, they probably have, a guideline on when, if and when they would do something like that. But they will always want to have the power of being able to add to the circulating supply, given, if Solana rockets up to, $300 billion at some point and there's not a lot in circulation, they can add some. It will dilute the price briefly, but they have the power of doing that, and the project like this can do that as well. So I don't particularly say that just because it says it's minimal is bad, right? You want to keep an eye on it. Circulating supply is 1 billion, right? So I mean, it's 1 billion. You can actually find out when's the last time they minted any tokens or anything like that. I forgot where it has that on here, but you can actually find out when they've minted tokens and stuff like that. So you can always, if you're curious, you can keep an eye on it. But Ricky, I would say not financial advice. Anything below this 32 area would probably be a good little spot for some DCA, and if you're long term on it. He said, yeah, it is inverse head and shoulders. It does look like it. But you know why I don't call that out? And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, is like inverse head and shoulders and even fib retracements. I tend to not use them on the decks with these projects because they can do whatever the hell they want, right? Now you're talking about Bitcoin. Obviously, we're going to point that out, but a project like this, what if a big, I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but what if like a dev just dumps, or whatever, something happens, right? This project, it can point towards the upside, and then something out of your control easily can drop this project, given that the market cap really isn't that big, right? And that can happen for anything, but I tend to not point out stuff like that on the deck screener, particularly just because these projects are relatively small and they can do whatever the hell they want. So I'll give you the support level at the 32.7. Anything below, I would say wouldn't be a bad spot to dollar cost averaging. I'm actually going to add this to the watch list, and I might be leverage trading some real estate in your area, guys. So I'll let you know how that goes. But I like that. You know what I'm saying? It's something different. I do like that. Looking particularly at my watch list for DeFi, particularly since we're in DeFi right now, pretty much red across the board. Red across the board. The market's really just, it's that time that we're in right now. Oh yeah, Jake, let me pull up Chainlink, brother. I know I said I was going to pull that up. If you guys have any plays, share them. Let us know. Right now, we're looking for some plays. This YouTuber, I'm not gonna call him out because I'm not gonna say anything bad about him. But this one YouTuber, I don't even know his name actually, keeps popping up on my feed. I'm like, why is this popping up? But every day he has a live stream of trying to find 100Xs on the deck screener. And I was curious. I'm like, I don't ever have time, but I'm like, I should watch his little stream and see. What is he doing right now with the markets being the way they are? I mean, the only way you're getting 100Xs right now on the decks through DeFi is strictly off of new projects that are dropping, and quickly just buying and selling off. That's the only way I would imagine you could get 100X, especially in a day. You're not getting 100X in a day. Maybe. You're out there sniping. So with Chainlink, bro, right now you set up some buys at around $20. What I will say is that $20 mark, $20 and a half is the 618, right? So that is a spot for some support. It looks like it has dropped. It looks like it has dropped slightly below, but it's done this a couple times where it's dropped below the 618, somewhere around right below that $20 mark, and then it gets bought up, right? So, I mean, maybe not a bad time to, DCA. What I would say personally, not financial advice, but just having patience, I think would play out if we are going to see some more movement. I was going back to Bitcoin because I forgot we were supposed to come back here. You can see, look, remember I was telling you guys, this spot right here is probably going to be some resistance at 91.9 area, and it looks like for right now, it's battling while we're talking. But I will say if Bitcoin does break those areas and starts coming back down a little bit more, Chainlink is probably going to do the same thing. A big spot for some support that I would be having patience and waiting for if I'm long-term on Chainlink. That $17.80 mark is a big spot for some support. You can see on previous runs, it has bounced around that area plenty of times, and also it has hit its head at those areas as well. So I would personally, my opinion, not financial advice, activate buys at or around that $17.80 mark and below would be some good spots for some dollar cost averaging in on Chainlink. Oh, my back is killing me. Uh-oh. Right when I said it, look at that. Looks like it's flipping and it's trying to find some support at the 91.9 area. I'm glad I didn't open up that short. You guys would have probably seen a grown man cry. Just kidding. I've learned with leverage trading, it's like I said, it's like going to the casino. Especially right now. Ricky said Link is looking scary right now. Oh my god, my back is freaking killing me, guys. I pulled something in my back a few days ago and it has not recovered. What do we YouTube? Let's look and see if there's any articles right now. Let me reload this and see if there's anything going on that we don't know. Oh, look at Ricky. Did you read this article? Ricky says Link is looking a little scary right now. And then look at the first thing that pops up. Chainlink's price forms a risky pattern, but experts predict a rebound in 2025. That's funny, bro. Look at this. FTX payouts are coming. How high can FTT price get? The FTX token has performed well this year. That's crazy. Significantly outperforming other cryptocurrencies as attention shifts to impending fund distribution. FTX token has traded at $3.50 on Monday, marking a rise of over 245% since September. I don't recall if anybody's ever come to the stream and actually asked about FTX. What the hell? They said since September. I guess that was the bottom. Yep, they're right. 246% since that bottom. They are right, guys. It dropped down to $1. Where are we at here? And looks like since September's lows, pushing its market cap over $1 billion. These gains could persist into January's FTX bankruptcy case reaches its final stages. The upcoming phase will involve the distribution of over $16 billion in funds to creditors and customers. In mid-December, the FTX estate announced that the U.S. court had approved a Chapter 11 reorganization plan set to take effect in January the 3rd, which is literally a few days from now. Creditors can begin making claims on that date with an initial distribution expected 60 days later. My question, and I think we've heard about this, is are they giving back people in tokens or coins, or are they giving them back in like US dollar is my question, because that could be a big thing there. Let's see here, because I mean they're going to be distributing over 16 billion, right? Let's see here. So FTX estate has selected BitGo, a leading crypto custodian, and Kraken as a key intermediaries For the process, additional partners may be added to manage the large-scale distribution. The growing anticipation surrounding these events has contributed to a recent FTT rally. I really would love to know though, what are they distributing? That's what I would love to know. Is are they giving back the users like, actual dollars? Or are they giving them back like what they freaking had in their portfolios is the question. Dogecoin could rally 6,000% if the current trend holds. Really nothing going on today, guys. I'm telling you, there's nothing going on that is, making like where, something big going on to where this is, all right, this is why the market is coming down, right? I'm telling you, we're seeing a continuation of some sell-offs right now, given the New Year's, right? And let's go back in time real quick and let's look at previous New Year's and see if we've seen something like this happen, right? Let me use a different chart because this one's freaking madness. All right, so let's go back November, December. This is back in 2021, right? Obviously, we were already heading down from there. The scary thing is this chart looks like what we're in right now. That's the scary thing, right? A freaking bear flag, broke out of the bear flag. Oof. But we've seen this, right? This happened before. Bear flag, broke out of the bear flag towards the downside, only to run back up and make new highs, right? So we've seen it before. Same thing on this bear flag. Bear flag broke down, right? This was the drop that I spoke about at the beginning of the stream, right? This was the drop. Bitcoin ran all the way up to about 65K, and then we dropped all the way down to $28,000, right? Over a 50% drop, and you guys can see we sat there for like 8 to 9 weeks, and everybody was like, this is it, we're done. And then we just started rallying like crazy, right? But what I'm trying to get to, we're not going to get into that, is Bitcoin, what was it doing during the New Year's, right? So you can see, we're looking at the weekly right now, and this was New Year's right here. Look at this. This was the week of New Year's, red candle, the beginning of January, right? Down. Right now, we'll go into other years and look at it, because this one particularly was when we were getting into a bear market, right? So it's kind of hard to look at that. Let's look at, let's see here, February 2022. Let's look and see, what did we do in 2022 during this time? Oh, well, we were in the middle of a bear market. We were in the middle of a bear market, but you guys can see, even in December of 2022, we broke down, right? We broke down. You can see this was the week of, this was the going into New Year's, right? These last 3 weeks going into New Year's, and then New Year's hit. Look at that. This was the bottom of the bottom, I think, of 2023, or 2022. This is when we started rallying to get where we're at right now. Let's look at, that was 2023, so that was the last year we had, right? That's 22. Where's 23? Right here. Let's look at this. 2023, which was last year. Look at this. Going in to December, technically you can see, right? This was Christmas. This was Christmas right here. This is the week of Christmas. And then going into New Year's, you can see the week of where we're in right now was a red candle, right? You can see literally was a red candle. The beginning months of December wasn't bad. Nice rally running up. Had a little bit of a shake off. Green candle again, right? And then boom, you have us going into the week of Christmas and New Year's. Nice red candle. And then this is January of 2024, right? And you can see, looks like we rallied up a nice run, but it was quickly moved towards the downside as the January of 2024 kind of had some downward movement before we started some big moves towards the upside, as we already all remember how 2024 is played out. So the point of what I'm getting to is, usually if you're looking at the charts, whether we're in a bear or a bull market, December, the end of December usually is like this, where we're going to see sell-offs, right? We're going to see sell-offs. I've said this for a range of different reasons, right? Right now, the money's not there as far as the volume. People are on vacation, right? Even if you're working, doesn't mean, a lot of people that work in corporate, stock markets, stuff like that, they have massive vacation time. They're off. They take off pretty much the last 2 weeks of the year. So they're not really looking at the charts. So sell pressure is going to take over. Yeah, people tax harvesting. Sounds terrible, but really what they're doing is they're selling off really before they get into the new year, right? For tax purposes. A lot of times you'll see that, and you'll see the money come flowing back in eventually in January or February, around those times. So Shazan, hold on. Overcome. December has historically been a bad post-halving, right? Well, now looking at that, I agree. Shazan said, please pull up RNA. Where is RNA? Right here. Shazan, so I bought in on RNA a few days ago. I told you guys about that, but I bought back in when we dropped back down. But I just sold off this morning. When we ran up to a little bit past that 10 mark this morning, I sold off, making barely any profit. But the reason why I sold off is because it seems like a couple things. I will say the volume is starting to drop down on the project, right? And you guys know how I am with a lot of these jumping in on these projects. Big thing that I'm looking at is volume and how many unique wallets are buying and selling the project, right? And you guys can see the volume has dropped down. This project just yesterday was doing 500,000, right? A week ago was doing $1 million days. It's down to 39,000, right? Which tells me the interest is starting to fade on the project. And that doesn't mean that it's done. Things can pop right back up. I'm just saying, for right now, it seems volume has dropped. The amount of wallets that are trading daily has dropped, right? Usually that's an indicator that you're going to probably see some downward movement, right? Because you're probably going to see a lot more selling than buying, because interest has kind of dropped for the project for now. So with that being said, it did drop down. This was my buy zone briefly, right? Because briefly you could see when we dropped to these areas, we'd always bounce. As of late, other than this bounce right here, as of late, we dropped down. I actually did pick up this drop, picked up the move, sold off, bought back in over here. Notice that the volume has gone down like I just explained. Right when we did a little bit of a bounce where I was able to just even out, I basically just sold off, right? And just basically kind of holding off to see if RNA is even going to be worth jumping back in on the project for now. So if you are in the project right now, I mean, I'm not trying to scare you or anything like that. I think, like I always tell you guys, with 11 zeros being the price, it's very intriguing for people to jump in. What I'm thinking, though, is that right now, not a lot of new buyers are not seeing the project anymore. They've moved on to other things. So right now, where you're at right now, I mean, not a bad area to dollar cost average in. Personally, I'm not, and I'm not financial advice. I wouldn't, just because, like I keep telling you guys, I keep pointing out the volume has dropped down considerably. So all I would say is I do think this project probably will pop eventually. So, you have to make your own decision. I wouldn't sell for a loss particularly. I would kind of just wait to see if we're going to see some kind of a move towards the upside. So looking to see what it's done. Yeah, I mean, you could easily drop down a lot further down. Let's see here. This could be a spot as some support. If it drops down to that area, the 39, I'm going to for sure probably jump in on the project lightly. Not crazy, but lightly. See, like, look at this project right here. This thing just shot up like crazy. I bought in on this project like briefly at one of these drops. I didn't do too much because I didn't hold it for too long. But this project, they're running off of this 2025, right? They're running ads right now. They're running boost. Look at the volume. $3 million, 11,000 different makers. There's a lot of interest in this project. So if this thing drops down to here, to this area that I have as far as like a buy area or below, I probably would buy in on this project briefly just because right now it's relevant, right? And that's how it is with the deck screener with a lot of these projects, whether they're long-term or not. You want to make some quick money, you're looking for relevant projects, right? You're looking for projects that are relevant, that are, that a lot of volumes coming in. There's a lot of freaking, people trading the project. That's what you're looking for. And if you can see a nice little dip on these projects, usually they will have a nice little bounce because people are sitting there watching, waiting to jump in on these projects. So, but other than this project, there's nothing else that's really doing anything on my list, right? Everything is in the red today. Now, I'm sure if we go, even Molecule's down. Keep an eye on Molecule, like I told you guys at the beginning of the stream. But even if we go in and we look at some of these projects, on Solana, there's always going to be stuff going on Solana, right? Let's look at the new pairs 3-day. I'm looking for boosted, all right? This project right now, how long have they been out? 14 hours, no issues. $3 million in volume makers. They just saw a big dip. Small market cap and liquidity. What do you guys think? I might buy a little bit. I'm going to buy just a little smidget. I set my wallet up on Deck Screener now so I can just start buying directly. But the only thing is it's in Solana. So I don't know how much I'm buying here. I don't know if I want to buy this project. Let's hold off. Let's go back. I mean, it's up 13% in the last 5 minutes. I bet you that thing will probably run. It's got such a small market cap. They're running so high a boost. What are they trending? They're trending number 2. Yeah, I'm going to buy. All the ducks, everything checks out. I don't know how much that is, though. Just buy. I don't know if you guys see, but it's asking me for my credentials real quick. Buy. I don't know what I just bought in. Something small. 0.2 of a freaking, or 0.02. Because I always forget. Oh my God, $4. Should probably put in a little bit more, right, guys? I should probably put in a little bit more. I always forget what Solana's running for right now, and here. Confirm. Just bought more. Let's see. There I am right there. All right. Put $20 in. Would you consider me a whale now? Just put $20 in. What I like about the Deck Screener, just buying directly on here, as you can see this little, see right here, this little emblem. It shows me who I am right there. So just bought in. Those are my 2 buys right there. Nothing too crazy. We'll see. Right? Didn't go crazy or anything like that. If it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. What is this project? Out of body experience. So what I, particularly liked about this project, I don't care about the project whatsoever. I'm looking at strictly at, the volume. The right now we have massive, unique wallets coming in. It's number 2 on the Deck Screener right now. It's number 2 on the Deck Screener. They're running 4,000 boosts right now and ads, right? So there's a lot of eyes on the project, particularly, right? This is a project I just bought in on. So there's a lot of eyes on the project. So I'll just keep an eye on it. I think my average is at 89 or 90 right now. So nothing too crazy in here. And I'll just let it sit there, and maybe, in an hour or 2, I'll double my money real fast, right? Nothing crazy. Not going to run to the bank and, quit my day job, YouTubing, but show you how it works. But really, other than like, deck screener and stuff like that right now, there's really like, maybe if you're dollar cost averaging in on some of your meme coins and stuff like that, there's really not much going on today, guys, as far as moves. And I feel like that's why I haven't really been going live like every day for the last few days, is because there really hasn't been shit going on. All right. We're kind of just waiting for New Year's to, get past, and then we'll find out what's going on. So it looks like, looking at the 30-minute, we got rejected at that spot, the 91.9 for Bitcoin. You guys can see 1, 2, 3 right there. If I'd have been paying attention, I probably would have opened up a short on that third rejection right there. Are we dropping down crazy? I don't know. But I will say the next big spot for some support is going to be somewhere around the 80. It looks like around the 89 area, $89,000 area. I think 90K is going to have something to say, right? And I didn't mean to rhyme on that one, but I think 90,000, if we drop down to 90,000, it's going to be a spot, because it's a whole number, it's probably going to be a spot where it's going to want to, there's going to be a lot of buy orders set up for 90. So I would imagine that 90,000 will probably come as a savior somewhere around there if we do break, if we break down to those levels. You know what I forgot to do? Let me save this. Damn, that thing just dropped. Oh my gosh, look at that. Just dropped. That's it. I'm done. It's over. I'm going to put this on my watch list, though, so I can keep an eye on it. Why didn't you guys stop me from buying in on this project, guys? Just kidding. Amor said, if you look at Barra's 90-day, it's bottomed, and it's still over $500 million market cap. Definitely doing better than call. Oh, man, my back is killing me. I don't know, bro. Something about Barra, I just never been too intrigued to buy in on it. Even if that thing dropped down to $100 million market cap, I'm just not. I don't know, bro. So he's talking about this. This is a newer project that dropped on Chronos, probably in the last like month or two. It's had a crazy run up, right? It had a crazy run up. It got listed on Crypto.com fast, so that just helped. That it claims it got up to $1 billion market cap. I don't know. It's one thing to say you're at $1 billion market cap. I really focus on liquidity. So when it was at $1 billion market cap, the liquidity was at somewhere around $10 million, right? So, take it how you want it. If they really were at $1 billion, or if they're, whatever the case is. But the point of what I'm getting to is the project never really has been like, man, I really want to get this project if it drops down. I'm kind of like, I'd rather personally buy call. I personally would rather buy call, in my opinion, right? But I will say, Amor, not a bad project. It is on Crypto.com. I'm just giving you my opinion. Support level for right now looks like the bottom somewhere around the 65 area, right? You can see it has dropped down multiple times on that area and found it as some support. So that 65 area is probably going to be a big spot that I'd keep an eye out on. Amor said, get one of those massagers for your chair, bro. It's the only thing that helps my back issue. Bro, I usually don't have back issues. It's just like 3 days ago, I don't know what I did while I was sleeping, but I freaking like just woke up and I felt my back was like, I was like, oof. My back was, I go to the gym every day, right? So I don't know if it was, the day before at the gym, whatever I was doing, but I was feeling it. Go to the gym that day, right? And guess what? I go and work out. I go and do back, right? So I go and do back heavy. Everything was fine. 2 hours after I leave the gym, which was 2 days ago, I leave the gym and I'm like, oh my, I could barely walk, or I could like, if you drop something on the floor, I was like, get it, Crip. I'm like, I can't. Like, it hurt that bad. So then yesterday, I'm outside, my back's still hurting, and I'm like, I hate sitting around, right? So I'm always doing stuff. This is like where you catch me sitting down here, or if I'm driving, right? So yesterday, it was a nice day down here in Florida, right? And I'm like, you know what? I want to detail my car. I love detailing my car, so I'm detailing it, and I'm outside, and I can still feel it in my back. And man, it just like all those series of events, not letting my back just rest, has caught me up to where I'm at now, where it even just hurts me sitting down right now. I'm just like, bro, my back is killing me. And I went to the gym today, but I'm only doing Stairmaster and like cardio as of late, the last few days. So it's just, yeah, I'm getting up there, bro. I'm up in the third. I'm 38 years old, right? I'm man enough to tell you guys I'm 38 years old. My freaking back, I was thinking about today from like just 10 years ago, bro. I'd be at the gym for 2 hours, 3 hours, freaking going crazy, out playing football and all. And bro, I can only imagine nowadays. Whew. Jake said, maybe a dumb question, but why do pumps and dumps seem to happen all at once as opposed to more slowly? Let me read that one time. So why do pumps and dumps seem to happen all at once? What do you mean by pumps and dumps? Like, you mean like the market going up and down? Or do you mean like that project I bought into that just dropped out of nowhere? Like, what do you mean? Where is that project? Holy crap, that thing dropped. Oh, I mean, it's starting to bounce a little bit. I mean, Jake, if you're talking about like with DeFi, bro, it's because the market caps are so small, right? So, I mean, it doesn't take much money coming in or coming out for them to fluctuate in price. Now, as far as like, you know, like the market, kind of the same thing, bro, like with Bitcoin. You got to remember, we might be playing with thousands. You have people playing with billions of dollars, right? Doing $1 billion sales and buys and stuff like that. The markets will fluctuate. Jake said, like with Bitcoin lately, it seems like it dumps. It seems like when it dumps, it happens all at once instead of dropping 1K over an hour. Because, like I said, all it takes is one major institution or somebody out there that's holding on to thousands of Bitcoin to sell all at once, right? And then you have other people that kind of cascade onto that move, right? So it seems like it's coordinated. It seems like it's all happening at once. But what happens is you have bots trading too that are trading billions of dollars, that are watching all these indicators and seeing the buys and sells before they even freaking go through. And they're moving on with them as well. So it seems like it's an orchestrated event when everybody's selling off. It's not. It's just you have people looking at the charts. It takes one major sell, right, to start up, you know, a snowball effect. And the same thing as far as buys, right? One major buy, and it starts the uphill kind of move. You know, that's how the markets work. Jake said I use a pad for my lower back support on my chair when I sit. Yeah. It is what it is. After this stream, bro, I'll be up, standing up, stretching my back, and probably complaining a lot. So, but with that being said, guys, I'm going to let you guys go, right? Point of this stream today is what I would say is, you know, we might have a little bit more downward move. Obviously, we have today. Tomorrow's is New Year's Eve, right? So, we'll see how everything plays out. The markets are kind of they're pretty much just looking at them right now. You're like, it's hard to really figure out exactly what's going on other than just the end of the year, right? The end of the year, let it play out. I do think that we have a lot going for us in January, so we'll see how everything plays out. But I do think that we are going to get that nice little move towards the upside as we get into January, getting past New Year. So keep your heads up, guys. We'll be all right. Other than that, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe. Check in with me later and see if maybe I lost all my money on this freaking move that I just bought in on. Because I am down like 10% right now, guys. Just kidding. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later, all right? See ya.